Most people think getting rich requires a high income, a six-figure salary, a lucky investment, the right connections, the right timing. None of that is true. Getting rich requires crossing one specific number, and almost nobody tells you what happens when you cross it. The number is $100,000. Not because $100,000 is a lot of money, not because $100,000 changes your lifestyle, because $100,000 is the point where compound interest stops feeling like a financial concept and starts feeling like a second income. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner for over 50 years, said getting to your first $100,000 is critical, painful, but critical. Do it however you can. He did not say getting to your first $1 million. He said $100,000 because he understood something that most financial advice skips completely. $100,000 is the threshold where the math changes, where the money starts working as hard as you do, where compound interest shifts from a slow drip to a powerful current. And understanding exactly what happens at that threshold and how to reach it as fast as possible is the most important financial education most middle-class people never receive. My name is Money Truth. Subscribe right now. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why $100,000 is the number that changes everything, what happens before it, what happens after it, and the exact path to get there from wherever you are starting. Here is what happens before $100,000. The journey to $100,000 is the hardest part of building wealth, not because it requires the most money, because it requires the most discipline without significant visible reward. Here is what the early stages look like. $10,000 invested at 8% annual return earns $800 per year. $800 per year, $66 per month, $2.19 per day. That feels meaningless. It feels like the investment is barely doing anything. And psychologically, that feeling is dangerous because the human brain struggles to maintain motivation for a goal that produces no visible results. $66 per month feels like nothing compared to the monthly contributions going in, so people stop. They redirect the money to something that feels more immediately rewarding: a vacation, a car upgrade, a lifestyle improvement. And the compounding that was just beginning to accelerate stops. This is why most people never reach $100,000. Not because they could not afford to get there, because the early stages feel unrewarding, slow, almost pointless. And nobody told them that the feeling of pointlessness at $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 is not a sign that it is not working. It is a sign that compound interest has not fully activated yet. But it is activating, quietly, invisibly, beneath the surface, building momentum that will feel dramatic once it crosses the threshold. Here's what happens at $50,000. At $50,000 invested at 8% annual return, you're earning $4,000 per year, $333 per month, $11 per day. Still modest, still not impressive on its own, but now the math is becoming visible. $4,000 per year from your investments is real money. It's starting to feel like something. And here's what that $4,000 per year represents. It's $4,000 that required 0 hours of your time to generate. 0 presence, 0 labor, 0 trade of your time. Your money showed up to work and you did not have to. That's the beginning of the shift. At $50,000, compound interest is starting to pull its own weight, not dramatically, but noticeably. Now here's what happens at $100,000. This is the threshold Charlie Munger was talking about. $100,000 invested at 8% annual return earns $8,000 per year, $667 per month, $22 per day. From doing nothing, from not working, from not showing up, from not trading a single additional hour of your time, $8,000 generated automatically. Now compare that to the average American's savings rate. The average American saves approximately $5,000 to $6,000 per year. At $100,000 invested, your money is saving more per year than you are. Read that again. Your $100,000 is generating $8,000 per year in investment returns.
The average American is manually saving $5,000 to $6,000 per year. The investment is outworking the saver. This is the threshold. This is why $100,000 changes everything. Because after $100,000, you have a second financial engine running alongside your income. An engine that never sleeps. An engine that never takes sick days. An engine that never asks for a raise. An engine that compounds automatically, getting more powerful every single year. Here's what the acceleration looks like after $100,000. $100,000 at 8% earns $8,000 in year one. That $8,000 gets added to the $100,000. Now you have $108,000 working. Year two, $108,000 at 8% earns $8,640. Now you have $116,640 working. Year 5, $146,933 working, earning $11,755 per year. Year 10, $215,892 working, earning $17,271 per year. Year 15, $317,217 working, earning $25,377 per year. Year 20, $466,096 working, earning $37,288 per year. Without adding another dollar after $100,000, without contributing anything additional, just the $100,000 left alone compounding. After 20 years of zero additional contributions, $466,096. $366,096 generated entirely by compound interest on the original $100,000. This is what Charlie Munger understood. This is why the first $100,000 is critical, because $100,000 is not a destination, it's a launch point. Everything before $100,000 is building the rocket. Everything after $100,000 is the rocket in flight. Now here's what the most important part that most people skip. What does it actually take to reach $100,000, and how fast can you get there? The answer depends on two variables only: how much you invest per month and how consistently you invest it. Nothing else matters. Not your income level, not your current savings, not how far behind you feel. Just those two variables. Here's the math at different monthly contribution levels. $200 per month at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 22 years. $300 per month at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 16 years. $500 per month at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 11 years. $750 per month at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 8 years. $1,000 per month at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 6 years. Two variables: amount and consistency. That's it. You don't need a high income to reach $100,000. You need a consistent monthly amount, whatever that amount is for your situation, directed into a total market index fund and left alone. Now here's how to get there faster. Speed lever 1. Apply the 20% rule to every income increase. Every raise, every bonus, every side income. Before lifestyle sees it, 20% goes directly to investments. This single rule, applied consistently to every income increase over a career, is worth an additional $200,000 to $400,000 in lifetime wealth, and it dramatically accelerates the journey to $100,000. Because every income increase becomes an investment acceleration, not a lifestyle upgrade. Speed lever 2. Eliminate consumer debt as an emergency. Every dollar going to credit card interest at 22% is a dollar that cannot go to investment at 8%. The math is simple. Eliminate the 22% drain first, then redirect every free dollar to the investment account. Speed lever 3. Move to the right tools immediately. $500 per month in a savings account at 0.5% reaches $100,000 in approximately 16 years. $500 per month in a total market index fund at 8% reaches $100,000 in approximately 11 years. Same $500 per month, 5 years faster from choosing the right tool. Speed lever 4. Protect the investment from yourself. The number one killer of compound interest is not the market. It's the investor who sells when the market drops, who pauses contributions when things feel uncertain, who redirects the investment to a short-term need. The investment has to be automated, treated as non-negotiable, and mentally categorized as money that no longer exists for any other purpose. Set it up automatically. Don't touch it. Don't watch it daily. Don't react to market movements. Automate, ignore, repeat. That's the entire strategy. Here's what to do starting today. If you have zero invested right now, your target is $100,000. Not $1 million, not financial independence, not retirement. $100,000 first. Open a Roth IRA at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab. Choose a total
Market Index Fund, FZROX at Fidelity, VTSAX at Vanguard, SWTSX at Schwab. Determine the maximum monthly amount you can invest right now, honestly, and automate it. Even $100 per month, even $200 per month, whatever is real and sustainable for your current situation, make it automatic. Set it and forget it. And then every single time your income increases, apply 20% of the increase to this account before lifestyle has a chance to capture it. The journey to $100,000 is not exciting. It is not dramatic. It does not feel significant for most of it, and that is exactly why most people do not complete it. But the people who do complete it, who sit with the slow, boring, invisible compounding for long enough, discover something on the other side of $100,000 that no financial advice can fully prepare you for. The feeling of watching your money generate more money than you can save manually. The realization that you have built a second financial engine. The understanding, finally, of what compound interest actually feels like when it has enough fuel to run. That feeling is on the other side of $100,000, and the only path to it is through the boring, disciplined, unglamorous work of getting there. Charlie Munger was right. Get to your first $100,000. Do it however you can. The rest gets dramatically easier. Subscribe to Money Truth, because the truth about your money is the most valuable thing nobody ever taught you.